Hey guys, it's Marlene, and welcome to your dose of realness. This live stream takes place every Thursday at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the show. Like, share, and of course, subscribe. Let's get started with the Best Life Crew song.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey guys, I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. Welcome to the channel. And on this channel, I talk about positive reinforcements, encouragement, motivation, fortifying our mind. And on Sunday, I go live for the Sunday talk show at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Thursdays, we go live at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also have story times, vlogs, and videos. You are so welcome to check those videos out. I love when you guys watch them and leave me a genuine comment. So today on the Dose of Realness, we will be talking about the subject of competition. Now, we all know about competition, what is involved in competition. And the topic is, let me go back to my topic. Competition with others will lead to your downfall. So before I get into the subject, let's see who is in the chat and let me welcome them. Let's see who's in the chat. Okay. Good morning, Cornice. Hey, sis. Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're doing great. Hey, Terrence. Good morning. I hope you and your family are doing great. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Hey, Gio. Boss Life Online is in the building. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a great Thursday morning so far. Hey, Beverly Black. Good morning. How are you? I hope you and your family are doing great and you're in good spirits. Let's see who else is in the chat. Thank you for sharing me, Boss Life Online. And to all my members, please drop exclamation point member. Hey, Simple Things. Hi, sis. Blessings to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. So, and now that I've welcomed everybody, I just want to start off with the topic. Today's topic is competition with others will lead to your downfall. So before we go into this topic about competition, let's first define competition. So competition is the act or the process of trying to get or win something others are trying to win at. Okay. So you got two people or many people, and they're all trying to get to the goal to get something. See, but the problem with competition is that rivalry. So, what is rivalry? Rivalry is trying to defeat or try to be more successful than another person. See, that is the conflict, that is the headbutt when you're trying to compete with somebody else. See, first of all, when we come to the table, we don't know somebody else is things that's going on in their mind, things that is going on in their life, what things they have struggled with, but yet you are trying to compete with another person. Tell me how that makes sense. You don't know that person's struggle. You don't know what they've been going through. You don't know if this is a blessing from God. You don't know. And people try to go and disrupt and get in the place and to try to disrupt your life. See, and that's the conflict. See, that's why I wanted to do this topic, because there's 5 ways that competition with others can lead to your downfall. And I didn't find any of this information. I came up with this information on my own. So I'm just looking down at my notes. So the first way that competition with others can lead to your downfall is, number one, you devalue. So, what does it mean to devalue? It means to reduce or underestimate the worth or importance of something. Okay. So, when we devalue, we are reducing or we're underestimating the worth or importance of something. So, when you are competing with somebody else, you're devaluing yourself. You're only living through what somebody else is trying to do. You're trying to be like somebody else. You're in competition with that person. And we don't even realize sometimes when you're trying to copy, mimic, steal from somebody else, you're devaluing yourself. And I'll tell you what I mean when I say that. You are devaluing because you're underestimating your worth. And a lot of times we don't sink that in and make it clear to ourselves. How can I be devaluating myself by copying? See, everybody has different ways that they can be creative, different things that you have been through, your personality, the way you speak, all of that radiates from you. See, no two people can do the same thing alike, right? So when you're trying to mimic, see, you're trying to force yourself into the mold of somebody else. And there's no way you can fit yourself into a mold that is built and situated for somebody else. See, that's something impossible. Hold on a second, guys. See, it's something impossible. You cannot fit yourself into a mold. This mold was built by God for them. But yet you're going to come along and try to force yourself down into the mold and make it right and fit for you when it was not made for you. See, that's the problem with competition. People don't understand that this is my mold. This is how God formed me. This is what God has for me. And nobody can stop what God has started. I'm going to start right there. Nobody can stop what God has started, and nobody can stop what God has started for you. See, that's what people don't understand. Number one, that you're devaluing yourself. Let's see what's going on in the chat before I go on to point number 2. Yes, everybody, welcome everybody. Hey, Repin, how are you? Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing great. Make it make sense. I ask people the same. It does not make sense. It doesn't. See, but Cornice, most of the time the issue with competition, people compete with you because, like you said earlier, number one, they're lazy. And number two, they don't know themselves. So this is a space to encourage and heal and nourish and fortify. Sometimes people have never been fed into their mind that they have the possibility. See, therein lies prosperity and blessings and light and manifestation. When you realize that there is a possibility for you, that you have a possibility to mature, to grow emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, all of you changes when you change your thinking. See, a lot of us don't come from a positive mindset, a positive childhood background that told you that you can and you will and you are. You know, it's qualities that you can put on just like clothing. We can put on, and manifest positivity. We can put on and manifest light. See, but we have to radiate that first within ourselves. See, and that's what most people, they don't come to the table with that. See, and that's why people can't meet you where you are, because they're not there in their life. Everybody's on a separate journey. Everybody is going in a different direction. And that's okay. Everybody is free to be themselves. And that's why I just want to do this to encourage you guys. Try something new. Step outside of the box. You don't have to, there is nothing that says that you have to do things this, or this way. We have to learn to be in competition with ourselves. And that's the biggest issue. That's the biggest problem. People don't know themselves. And that's when you got to take some time and some moments. That's why I speak about this all the time. We have to spend time with ourselves. And then we have to stop. And then we have to listen, really listen. What is it that I want? What is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to be? And then seriously evaluate why you have not got to that next level. See, most of the time we don't stop and listen to that talk between our ears, that talk that tells us that we should be doing X, Y, and Z. See, we silence that, or we allow other people to get us off track by them manifesting what they want for us instead of us putting it out there and saying, this is what I want for me. How about that one? How about if we could just stand in our own personal truth and say, this is what I want to do. This is what is for me. See, most of the time when it comes to competition, they're just focused on how it looks on the outside. You know, we look at other people and we say, oh, look at them. They look successful in their finances. They look successful in their families. But you never know what somebody else is going through. See, people can put on a facade, a show, put on the sunglasses. Yeah. And do a good show, a good, great pretending to act like that so things are going so well in their life. And a lot of times it's not, it's just a show. So you're trying to compete with somebody else, but they're not being real. That's fake. That's imaginary. So that's why it's so important for you to not even look at what other people are doing based on their age, their wage, everything. We have to look and see what is going to be good for us, what is going to show up for you. We got to learn to be consistent with ourselves. Okay? Let's see what's going on with the chat, and then I'm going to go on to point number 2. Yes, Repentine Fitness, it is facts. It is facts. Okay. Number, Courtney says, sis, I try to stay in competition with myself to get better. It is devaluing your worth by not allowing yourself to be you and trying to be someone else. Yes, we have to stop devaluing our worth. And every time I like to remind myself of that, because sometimes because of human nature, you see somebody and then you want to do something. I like to ask myself a question. Am I doing this to do what appears to the human eye, to please other people, to try to pretend that I have monetarily, or to, to fit into the mold of what other people say I should be at this age or at this wage? Or is this consistent with what I want? What is it that I want? What does Marlene want? And you got to insert your name in there. What do I want? What is good for me? And that's when you're going to be right on target to where you need to be, when we can be honest with ourselves. And I get it. Most people don't know how to be honest with themselves. They live so long in a lie. They live so long in a pretense that this is how I should look. This is how my hair should look. This is how my clothes should look. This is how my salary should be. This is how this, and this should be. But what is the last time you checked in on yourself and say, is this really what I want? Is this really what brings me joy? Is this what raises my vibration, my positivity, fortifies my finances? See, a lot of times we are so busy looking at other people that we slow down our own progress and process. See, we can't process what's going on with us if you're always looking out the side at the corner. What are they doing? What are they doing? See, you're comparing, and that's not healthy. It's not good for us in any aspect of our life. Yes, Boss Life Online, drop the link to your channel. Drop that link. Doing great. Just woke up. Awesome. I hope you're going to have a great day, Repentine Fitness. Yes, Boss Life Online, thank you. Please like and share it out. Hey, Robert Gant. Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and everybody who is in the chat. Yes, I appreciate that, Cornice. Yes, everybody, welcome everybody in, and I'm going to go to my point number 2. Let's see if I miss any other comments. Okay. Okay. They are so fake. And what I hate the most is they involve God. Cornice and chat, listen, this is something that infuriates me. It infuriates me. It infuriates me. I'll just say it that way. I always say, if it's something that you want to do or you want a competition, you want to pretend, don't involve God in it. Don't involve God in it. Be real. Be real and honest with yourself. And I understand some people don't know how to be real and honest with other people because they have never been real and honest with themselves. Therein lies the awakening. That's a big awakening when you can just be transparent with yourself. At a certain point in our lives as adults, we have to learn to be transparent with ourselves and say, I don't think that works good for me, or that's not within my personality, or that's not something that I'm looking to do and to be, you know? And I believe that that is a big blessing for you to be able to speak your personal truth and say, this is me. This is my personality. This is what I want to do. Even if it's not popular, even if other people don't believe in those hopes and those dreams that you have. But you got to believe in your own hopes and dreams first. And you got to keep loving yourself through all the trials, the humps. When you get support, when you lack support, never stop being consistent in your dreams and your love for you. See, that's what a lot of people do because other people don't support them or other people don't believe in their hopes or their dreams. See, they slow down. They slow down the pace of their life. Okay. And don't do that. Please don't do that. When they put on the sunglasses, they could be hiding the hurt in their hearts. Yes, Robert. That's why I always say you never know what somebody else is going through. You never know. You don't know what kind of burdens people are carrying, what kind of pain. They could be dealing with health problems, mental health issues, physical issues, financial issues. So that's why, don't worry about what other people has going on. Remember, you have your own problems. You got your own issues. So we got to learn to fix our own selves first, fortify our own minds and our own hearts. And a lot of times that means letting go of things that you cannot change. And that is a big, major one. People don't know how to let go of something that they can't change. They keep saying, oh, they did this to me. They did this to me. But can you change it? If you can't change it, you're wasting your time, your energy, and your blessings. We have to understand that you cannot manifest your blessings. You cannot take on your blessings when you're in the past. You got to learn to stand in the present and receive them at the right moment. And you can't receive them if your heart and your mind is in the past. You got to be in the present to take them on and to be able to do what you need to do to gain more. Thank you so much for that comment, Robert. Yes, most hide behind God, but God knows what is done in the dark will come to the light. Yeah, we have to learn also to stop looking at what other people are doing. That's something that can drag us down. It can drag you down when you're always looking, oh, look what they're doing. And especially if something irritates you or angers you, why waste your time? Why waste your time with people who, you know what I mean? Why waste your time with people who aren't going to lift you up, motivate you, support you? If they're not doing that, then why? Oh, Cornice, thank you so much for your membership. Welcome to membership. Please drop exclamation point member to have your link dropped in the chat, and also check out member only videos and live streams. It should be in a members only playlist. So welcome to the Best Life crew. Yes. Most people are hurt. And because they don't deal with it, they take it out on others or whatever they have to do to make them feel better. And sometimes what makes people feel better is using what somebody else has, because they look and they see the success that you're having and they want it, but they're not willing to put in the hard work. They just want what you have, either because they don't know how to get it, they're too lazy to try to get it, or number three, they just like that's easy. So I'm just going to take the easy road, but we have to understand that there's things that come with that. There's things that come when you take from other people. Trust me, in a certain time in your life, things are going to be taken from you as well. So all of that comes together. Yeah, it is true, Robert. Let's see. Yes, Beverly. Yeah, it is facts. Amen in the present. Hey, Calvin. Welcome, member. How are you? Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I have the Florida State Fair video drop yesterday. Yes, Cornice, welcome to membership. Amen. Been here listening in the background at work for the past 10 minutes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Calvin. So I'm going to get back to this topic because I'm only on for 45 minutes today. So number one was devalue. Number two is fear. So being in competition with others will lead to your downfall because it instills in you fear. And what I mean by that is that fear is going to give you anxiety. It's going to cause you to lose courage. And how can that happen? When you fear something, you make things stand still in your life. You're blocking it because you're allowing the fear to overtake your life. You're allowing it to overtake you instead of you walking through your fear. When you have fear, it blocks everything. It blocks everything. There's so much that we could be doing as human beings, as persons. The elevation that could take place in our life if we only stopped and blocked out fear. See, it's nothing wrong to be fearful. It's nothing wrong to have fear, but put it in check. You can be scared and walk through it, but don't allow the fear to hold you and push you back. See, and that's a part of that competition too. See, you fear, being honest with yourself. You fear, other people finding out who you really are, instead of you just putting out there in the atmosphere, manifesting, this is who I am. This is my personality. This is what my finances look like. Because I see a lot of times people doing this big pretending on YouTube, pretending that they have so much money, pretending that they have this dream cookie cutter, green grass and picket fence, the perfect family. Nobody has that. Nobody is perfect. And that's why I like to say I'm imperfectly perfect. Just the way I was made, just the way God formed me. I am perfect in my imperfection. And it takes time for you to be able to receive that. One day I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm imperfectly perfect. Just the way that I was made. I received that. And I want everybody to get to that point, either people who are here on the live stream or those watching the replay. You are perfect the imperfect way that you are. Receive that. So number three, we are in competition with others and it will lead to your downfall when you doubt. Number three, you doubt. So doubt is the fear of uncertainty, conviction, consistency, okay? So when we doubt ourselves, we're doubting our dreams. You doubt who you are. You doubt that you can do anything. See, and that's a big problem. It's a big problem when you doubt yourself. You doubt yourself. You doubt your ability. You doubt your worth. You doubt the possibilities that is open for you. You're doubting. And while you're doubting, you're losing your power. You're losing your strength. You're losing your manifestation. You're losing your energy. Everything is setting up for you to lose. And you're getting discouraged. You're disheartened. The fear has taken over all of the competition. And then the pain comes because then you become disappointed because you're not living up to your own expectation. See, that doubt will cripple you. See, we have to learn to fortify our mind and to always consistently tell ourselves, even when I don't know what's going to happen, it's going to be okay. Even when I doubt where I'm going, I'm going to be okay. Even when I doubt that I can do something, I will. See, that's the self-talk we have to have with ourselves. Because, there's always that, in your ear, you can't do it. And then you got to let this part of you be bigger. Every time when that comes up and rises up in my mind, I have to rise up higher and stronger and say, I don't think so. Say, no, we're not going to do that. Say, that is the like I said, the child within me. It's that little kid within me, your inner you, that you have to, give that little you a hug sometimes. Like I tell the little me and say, it's okay. You don't have to doubt anymore. All that pain, even when people were telling you couldn't, people were telling you that you're stupid, people were telling you that, whatever it is that you were taught, that is a lie. Let's speak that. Whenever somebody was telling you something, you're not smart enough, you're to this, you're to that, or you're not enough of something, we have to push that aside and we have to reassure that little us, that inner child within ourselves, and we have to give that child a hug and say, it's going to be okay. I know that you used to doubt. I know that you used to fear, but you don't have to do that anymore because the adult you is here and the adult you knows your potential. The adult you knows what you can become. The adult you knows of your blessing. So walk in that and be that. Yes. And if that, it just causes everything to change. It shuts down the doubt. It shuts down the fear. It shuts down when people don't support you. It shuts down what other people are saying about you. People are talking about you behind your back. All of that shuts down when you allow you have that self-talk with your inner child and you say, I am somebody. Walk in that. Walk in that. You got to take hold of that. Give that, make that be a part of you. I always say, like clothing, you got to put that on every day. Even when I have fear, even when I have doubt, it does not stop my worth. It does not stop my value. It does not stop where I'm going. See, we have to learn to stop allowing that talk, that chatter, and we have to learn to stop believing in the lies that other people tell us. When people say you can't do something or that will never happen. But what do you say? Okay, what do you say? So I'm going to go to number 3. Competition with others will lead to your downfall. Number 1 is devalue. Number 2 is fear. Number 3 is doubt. Number 4 is consistency. Competition with others will lead to your downfall because of consistency. See, consistency behaves in the same way. And that will lead to your downfall. Just because other people are doing this, it does not mean that you have to follow what they're doing. You got to learn to be consistent for you. You got to be consistent for yourself. See, because I wrote this down because I didn't want to miss this point. Consistency builds momentum. I think I'm going to put that on my shirt for my Best Life Crew on my Teesprings. Consistency builds momentum. See, a lot of times they want things, but then they lack the momentum because they're too busy trying to look what other people are doing and not being consistent with themselves. Be consistent, consistent, consistent. Keep doing it. Keep going at it no matter what other people are saying, no matter what other people are doing. You just keep going. See, there is something that you fortify within yourself when you stay consistent. And that way you can build your momentum, because when you're consistent, you're moving at your pace. You're moving at your pace. You're not moving according to what other people are going. So no matter what's going on out there, you block out that noise. I like to call that the white noise. You block that out, and you're just listening to your own inner talk, and listen to yourself and remind yourself, I'm going to keep going. I can do this. I got this. Keep going, keep moving. See, you got to strengthen this up here and this at the same time, so that you can walk in the spirit and do what you're supposed to do. See, you got to build that momentum. Okay. And the last one is competition with others leads to your downfall. Oh, I left out something. Consistency leads to progress. So if you want to progress, you got to be consistent. And number 5, competition with others will lead to your downfall. Number 5, because it's going to block your blessing. And what I mean by that is you stop your blessing because of stress, fear, procrastination, irritability and anger, and doubt. See, all of those things, we're so stressed out, and then you stop doing what you need to do because you're stressed out. Okay. You have fear. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How many of us say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready. I don't think I can do it. No, no, no. Procrastination. This is a big one for me. See, you procrastinate. You stop doing something because either you're being lazy, you want to make an excuse because of whatever it is. But if you want something, if you really want something, you will do it. And then irritability and anger. Sometimes we get irritated and angry because we see other people prospering. But are you moving at their pace and their momentum? See that right there. Most of the time you want what somebody else has, but what about you want what you have? Their hopes and dreams, yours could be way bigger. But yet you're putting yourself in this little tiny space when you could be in a big football field arena, but yet you're settling. See, a lot of times we settle as human beings. Don't settle. Don't settle. Let's see. Hey, Cola. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you're having a great Thursday. Let's see what else I missed in the comment section. It happens all the time in the gym, all of these things. Listen, Reppin' Time Fitness, I had been back to my grind, and not in competition with other people, because I'm not looking at what other people do, but I'm talking about my health. And for me personally, I'm not talking about anybody else, but when I don't eat the way I'm supposed to eat, it shows up in my mental space. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video on my other channel, but yeah, so that's why you can't be in competition with other people, because what works for somebody else, what other people can do, you may not be able to do. It may harm you. See, that's why you gotta, I always say, listen to that talk between your own 2 ears. And that's why you got to sit in silence sometimes and think and ask yourself questions like, how am I doing? Am I doing right by myself? And be honest with yourself, and then work to change it, to do better and to be better. See, to be better, you got to be honest with yourself. And most people aren't willing to do that. They don't want to say, oh, I'm not doing right by myself. No. They always want to feel like they're doing great. And sometimes you just aren't. Sometimes you just aren't. And we have to learn that you have to say, I have to do this for me. And most people do not love themselves enough. I know I'm always working to increase the strength and the power of my self love. And most people aren't willing to do that. They don't want more love for themselves. They want other people to give them love, but they're not willing to work on them. See, I'm willing to put in the hard work. I'm willing to put in the hard work. See, and that's what separates people. There's the doers and then there's the takers. Yeah, yeah, Cornice, a whole lie. Yeah, it is a lie. People believe the lie and can't. Listen, Repentine Fitness, I had to learn that if you're always looking at other people, you're always looking at what other people are trying to do, what other people are trying to say, they haven't lived my whole life. They haven't been down in the trenches when I didn't have two nickels to rub together, when I was crying myself to sleep, when I was in therapy, when I was grieving a loss. See, everybody has a different life. Everybody has a different journey. Everybody has been through different things. And that's what can fortify and strengthen you when you look back at the past and say, look at who I was, but now look at who I am today. That should encourage you. That should encourage you. Encourage yourself. See, I have a whole conversation with myself. I'll be sitting, I'll be sitting down sometimes and I'll be like thinking about, and I'll be like, Marlene, look at who you were 5 years ago, but look at who you are today. See, we got to look back and then reach back and then celebrate ourselves. Give yourself a clap, a pat on the back, and then say, but keep moving. See, that's what I'm talking about. Keep moving. See, you don't want to stand still. Hey, Urban Girl Gardening and Lifestyle, welcome. How are you doing? I think this is your first time here. I appreciate you for coming. I hope you're having a great Thursday. Yes, Beverly. Yes, we got to speak over this and speak over our life. See, what a lot of people have not done, and it kind of irritates me sometimes, but people want you to fit into their mold, or people want you to do what they want you to do. And you could spend your whole life busy doing things for other people. And then you go through your whole life and you never feel fulfilled. I've seen it. I've seen people at the end of their life when they're taking their last breath and say, I wish I would have done X, Y, and Z. You don't want to be one of those people. We want to be people who are consistent and persistent. That is the way of blessings. That's the way to flourish. That's the way to elevate, motivate, raise your energy source, raise your vibration. See, the positive vibrations can't come to us if we're competing with somebody else. See, you got to be a better version of you. You have to be a better version of you. You can't be a version of what somebody else wants for you. You'll never be happy. You're never going to have joy if you're comparing yourself to what somebody else wants for you. You can't live up to somebody else's standards. And that's why it's so important for us to be consistent with ourselves, to think, what do I want? What is good for me? What works for my finances? What works for my health? And then you got to do that and be that. Do that and be that. See, let's do a recap. Number one, we have to stop devaluing ourselves. Number two, we have to check the fear. Check that fear. Number three, we have to stop doubting. Number four, we have to be consistent, because inconsistency, it leads to progress, and consistency builds momentum. And the last one, number five, is being in competition with others leads to your downfall by blocking your blessings. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to block our blessings. We don't want to block what God has for us. We want to receive all our blessings, but that means we got to be honest with ourselves. We got to put it in the hard work. We got to stop being lazy. Stop comparing yourself to what somebody else is doing and being, and focus on what you want to do. Focus on where you want to be. Focus on your goals. See, that's where we got to learn to align our purpose and make it consistent with what God wants for us. See, a lot of times we want to do things, but is it consistent with what God wants for us? What does He want for you? Are you listening to that voice? A lot of times we're afraid and we say, but that's too big for me. No, elevate your dreams and then put it into action. See, God could be giving us a vision. He could be saying, this is what you need to do. But then when you're doubting, you have the fear, you're not being consistent. You're stopping where you need to be in your life. And don't stop. Don't we all want more blessings? We do. We all want more blessings, but we have to be willing to put in the work. Put in the work. Got to. Yes, Cornice, and that's a big, major issue with a lot of people. They settle. They settle for relationships romantically, with friends, on the job. All people do is they go through their whole life settling and accepting what is not good for them. And we see it all the time. We see toxic relationships, people be using other people, and they settle because they think this is all I can get. If you think that's all you can get, then that's all you're going to get. But when you elevate your mind and say, I deserve better. I deserve better in every aspect of my life. I deserve better health. I deserve better in my finances. I deserve better emotionally. See, we a lot of times we only think about the financial or we think about the physical, but we got to think about our emotional health too. That mental check. How are you doing up here? Are you taking care of yourself up here? Are you loving yourself? Are you letting go of things that hurt you? Or are you holding yourself hostage with the things that you may have done to other people? See, we have to learn to stop holding ourselves hostage. Don't hold yourself hostage. You can't. You can't. To bless others, we got to bless ourselves. And that means loving ourselves where we are and then seeing that we got potential. You have the potential. I have the potential. And then you have to walk in that and be that. Walk in that and be that. We have to learn to be consistent with us. You have to be consistent with you. And you got to love yourself where you are and work and put in the hard work for you to elevate to the next level in your life. So I'm going to wrap up right now because I have come to the 45-minute mark. I appreciate all of you guys that was here. It's so important for me that you guys are here. My word for the week has been consistency. That's confirmation that I have to continue to be consistent. Yes, Cola and everybody in the chat. People don't know how to be honest with themselves because that means looking at the truth about them. It's hard, but you can and will be better for it. Exactly, Boss Life Online. Yes, I appreciate all of you guys. I'm sorry if I missed any of your comments. This is my first time commenting, I believe, but I have watched your lives. Oh, thank you so much, Urban Girl. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, Anita, I appreciate you. And I'm just going to end like I end every single stream. Just know it. That means you know who you are. Just breathe it. You got to breathe in. That means pull up from your core. You got to dig down deep within yourself. Know who you are. Breathe it. And then you got to walk in it, put in the action, and be it. And live your best life. So it takes, it's the trio. It's the trio. Know it, breathe it, and be it. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of my channel. Shout out to my members. Shout out, shout out. We will be doing a members only live stream next week. So look forward to that. I appreciate all you guys. Keep your head up. Be positive. Be consistent and persistent. Be consistent and persistent. I appreciate all y'all. And I will see you guys over at Information Girls at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boss Life Online put in here what we will be talking about. And I'm about to get up out of here. Let me thank everybody who came in the chat. Robert Gant, Feast with Cornice, Vibes with Cola, Let's Talk About It with Anita, Urban Girl Gardening, Ribbon Time Fitness. Let's see who else I missed. Boss Life Online, Beverly Black. I believe I got everybody else. If I didn't, it's my head, not my heart, because I do appreciate all of you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your time. I know everybody is busy, and I'm going to get out of here. Love, light, peace, and blessings. Be the best version of you. And I will see you guys on the next live stream. See you guys at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Information Girls. Bye, guys.